Free my mind, open my heart with the whispers of truth. To live a conscious life, to live a conscious life on the growing edge.
Hey, Ali Benjamin here, and good morning and welcome to the Growing Edge live broadcast. And we're here in Ogden, Utah at the Satya Center. And if you're joining us for the first time here on Facebook, or if you're watching this at a later date on YouTube, welcome. I'm glad that you're here, and we offer every Sunday a message, some inspiration, some spiritual food, a spiritual tune-up, a tune-in and a tune-up. And so thank you for being here, and I encourage you and support you in making this your place to come every Sunday morning at 10:15 a.m. Mountain Time. And we also broadcast live on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm Ali Benjamin, and I am happy to be here on the Growing Edge. The Growing Edge implies that we are here at the very leading edge of consciousness. We're here at the very leading edge of evolution. And ever since the Big Bang occurred, if that's a real thing, if that occurred billions of years ago, and then the spiral of evolution continued to happen, then we here today in 2020 are at the very leading edge of that evolutionary spiral. And so we, as conscious beings, get to choose how we create our future. And we do that primarily through utilizing our mind. And so here at the Growing Edge Live, we encourage individuals to wake up to the realization that you get to choose your thoughts, and in that way, you get to choose your life. So welcome everyone. I see people jumping on, and this month, the month of February, is our month of wholeheartedness. And today, my message is about the quest for true belonging. So in these times of change and uncertainty, it's easy to wonder where we belong. And many people search their entire lifetime trying to fit in or figure out where they belong, why they're with the people they're with, why they're in the situation they're in, and if they're really where they're meant to be in life. And so this is something that many of us struggle with, and then typically when we wake up and we realize that we're on a more than just this physical journey, we're on a spiritual journey. And we've been so engaged and programmed to be tuned in to what our mind is thinking that many of us have neglected tending and caring for our soul and really living what I'm calling a wholehearted life. And so today I'm going to be sharing some teachings on true belonging, understanding who we really are and why we're here, and developing the capacity to open our real eyes so that we can see beyond the visible, and open our real ears so we can hear beyond the audible and tune into the spiritual dimension. So let's take a moment to close the eyes and take a breath and just arrive in this moment, closing the door to the past for now, and closing the door to the future for now, and bringing awareness into this moment, this one absolute, dimensionless, infinite now moment where there is only one life, one consciousness, and that we are experiencing this one when we pay particular attention to this moment, undistractable attention to what is eternal. And so as we bridge that connection between our linear mind and our infinite mind, as we bridge that connection between our ego and our essence, we simply surrender for now into a place of being alert and curious and engaged and tuned in to the perfection of this moment. There's nowhere else to be, nothing to do. Simply relax and surrender to the now. And let's do a few heart breaths, breathing in love, and imagine that breath going down into the heart, expanding the field of love, and exhaling love. Inhaling love and exhaling love. One more heart breath, inhaling love, exhaling love, and completely relaxing and opening the eyes. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this moment. And welcome to Growing Edge Live here on Sunday, broadcasting live from the Satya Center in Ogden, Utah. So let the quest begin, the quest for true belonging. Firstly, we're always in the right place at the right time. We're always in the right place at the right time. When I hear things like that, there's a relaxing. My mind seems to sort of settle in and come on board with the notion that I should be somewhere else or I should be doing something else. And I simply relax into my essence, that dimension of myself that knows that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And there's a knowing that washes over that says everything that happens is also happening for me, not happening to me. And so as I adopt this particular way of thinking, I move from feeling victimized to feeling empowered, to feeling spiritually sovereign, that I have dominion over my experience primarily through just managing the mind and my focus of attention. And when I bring myself into that mindset that I'm always in the right place at the right time. Maya Angelou, one of my teachers, said, "You are only free when you believe that you belong no place. You belong every place, no place at all. The price is high and the reward's great." So we belong every place, everywhere we are, every situation we find ourselves in. If we can breathe and just know that we're here, we're home, we belong every place. She says the rewards are great is because we have to give up our attachment, our belief that we need to fix and control and determine everything. Now, it's great to cast a vision or set an intention or have a plan or make a goal. But when we're so attached to that outcome, then we're experiencing struggle and suffering. The price is high is that we let go of that need to know the how or the when or the why, but simply have an idea of what we want to be, who we want to be, how we want to experience life, but let go. We let the universe let go and let God. We've all heard that. So Brené Brown says, true belonging is a spiritual practice of believing in and belonging to yourself so deeply that you can share your most authentic self with the world and find sacredness in both being a part of something and standing alone in the wilderness. True belonging doesn't require you to change who you are. It requires you to be who you are. So true belonging, when we're trying to fit in, when we're trying to people please, when we're trying to follow someone else's guidance for us, but we're not listening to ourselves, when we compromise ourselves, when we don't stick to who we are, but we give our power over to something or someone, then there's an uneasiness within us. We might feel resentful. Why? Because that dimension of us that knows that we're always right where we're supposed to be, that we have guidance and wisdom and direction within us, that part of us feels betrayed because we've given over our power to something or someone else. So as we come back to ourselves, as we become who we really are, as unique individualized expressions of the divine, we simply know that we're not for everyone. Not everyone's going to approve of us. Not everyone's going to give us the thumbs up. And those individuals around us that we've followed their rules for up till now may feel a bit upset when we no longer follow their rules but follow our own guidance. So we're not always for everyone. We have the people that support us. Those are our people. But the ones that are resisting, the ones that are manipulating, controlling, those people may not be the ones for us. As we begin to spiritually awaken, we develop discernment about this. Who are my people and who aren't my people? And we begin to attract more individuals that support us in shining our unique, brilliant light than try to control us or give us the appearance of trying to dim our light. No one can dim our light. We get to shine it. It's a choice that we make if we hand over that power. So what I want to share today, the most important part of truly belonging to yourself is developing. It's a Buddhist teaching, and it says developing a strong back and a soft front. It's the combining, it's the bridging, it's the merging of equanimity, which is peace and centeredness and relaxed attitude towards life. That's a strong back, with a soft front, which is compassion and kindness and vulnerability. So strong back is courageous, being in equanimity. Soft front means maintaining open. And many of us develop armor around our soft front because it can be painful to be open and vulnerable, because we open ourselves up for possibly criticism. We open ourselves up for a lot when we expose ourselves that way. But this quest for true belonging requires us to have a strong sense of self, courageous, know who we really are, understand our core values. Like I mentioned several weeks ago when I talked about the soul and the dimension of the soul, the acronym is to simply occupy universal love and move beyond the habit of blaming. Begin experiencing yourself occupying numerous dimensions. And as we move beyond blaming the outside world for our experience and we begin to take responsibility, we begin to have that strong back. And that soft front is about developing the courage to be available, to be open, to know that you being you is what you came here to do and to be. And so as you develop that soft front, as you allow the armor to dissolve from your front, from your heart, and you show up giving yourself and being yourself in the most beautiful and authentic ways, then there's the experience of true belonging. So I have some questions for you, and these are for you to ponder and to take into your family or take into your group of friends, and then take out into your workplace, because now is the time when we are the ones. And in these times of change, in these times of turmoil, it's going to require us, individuals that are waking up to oneness, to bridging that gap between the brain and the heart, and combining ego and essence. It's going to take us to take these teachings from our meditation cushion out into the street. So here's the question. How would this moment feel if it were absent of uncertainty and discontent? How would this moment feel if there was no discontent and no uncertainty? Feel that. Breathe into that for a moment. What if you belonged right where you are? Who would you be if everything was just as it is including feeling alone, feeling betrayed, worried, feeling unsettled or sad, with the only difference being that you felt like you belonged to your life and you were fully equipped and capable of thriving. Who would you be? What would this life be for you if you had that full sense of belonging, that complete awareness that you have it, that this life is happening for you, and that everything that it is occurring is just allowing you to deepen into your full expression of strong back, soft front. So, affirmations. Take a moment, listen, and repeat. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I belong to myself. I belong to myself. With a strong back and a soft front, with a strong back and a soft front, I say yes to life. I say yes to life. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has been a spiritual tune-in and a tune-up for you. If you've enjoyed this wisdom, these teachings, and you'd like to support Growing Edge Live, then you can Venmo, push us a donation, and we give great thanks for that to Satya Center, SATYACENTER, Satya Center. Thanks ahead of time for your generous donations. That's how we survive here. We are a nonprofit, and we'd be happy to send you a receipt. So thank you, and peace and blessings, and let's close with an activation. So tuning into my heart, strengthening my back, breathing, softening my front, compassion. So as I occupy this dimension of courage, strong back, compassion, soft front, I simply trust and know that all is well. And I know that as I make this subtle interior shift in consciousness, that through this dimensionless realm of the one life, the one power, the one presence, this divine matrix of life, through this interconnectedness, that I make a difference through my adjustment in consciousness. Breathing in love, exhaling love. And so it is. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Namaste. See you next week. Bye.